All right, we are getting some more information into our newsroom. So this was from 2 law enforcement officials who have reported to NBC News. A U.S. Deputy Marshal was among those shot today while serving a warrant in Charlotte. The Marshal is still alive. One official has told NBC News he is in surgery, though, fighting for his life. And 3 other members of the task force who are local police officers. So we'll remind you, we've heard from police. This was a task force made up of multiple agencies from around Charlotte. So 3 other members of the task force were also shot, according to this official. More information to come as they are able to confirm it to us.
So 5 then.
So
5 officers.
One official who is in surgery, a U.S. Marshal, 3 other members of the task force as well. So at this point, it sounds like we're hearing 4. So just keep in mind, this information is coming to us via NBC News, confirmed by 2 law enforcement officials who have knowledge of the situation. And of course, as things develop, as things change, sometimes we get updates on conditions, etc. We'll let you know.
CMPD telling us that they will release more information as this situation stabilizes. So there is no definite time on when they hope to release more details, but just that the threat has been isolated now to that original area, the 5,000 block of Galway Drive between Milton Road and Denson. That's off the plaza, though, so a lot of streets there, as you can see by this map, surround this neighborhood where U.S. Marshal's task force was there serving a warrant, and then they were fired upon from someone inside a home, it sounds like. That happened around 1 o'clock this afternoon. 1:30 is when we started putting the pieces together and started reaching out to our local law enforcement to see what the status of that situation.
So we know that there is a close proximity to the plaza, which is why we do have multiple crews out in this area. We're just getting this video from our Richard Devane. It looks like we've got some, it looks like some traffic that was stopped briefly, and then we saw a fire truck go by. Also in this area, various patrol cars staked out. Really just a very heavy law enforcement presence, as you might expect for a situation like this, on various roadways, various intersections throughout the area. So once again, it just kind of paints the picture of what you might expect if you do have to head home that way. And we'll reiterate this again. Authorities say if you don't have to go home here, or it's not essential to be here in this part of East Charlotte, please do not head this way.
We are coming up at 4 o'clock now, and we started coverage and broke into programming around 1:45, 2 o'clock, I should say, with this scene and what we knew. And so information is coming to the newsroom slowly. We are still waiting the official briefing from CMPD, who says that they will let us know. They have a media staging area there off the plaza and are gathering everybody together, and will release more information once they feel that the situation is stable enough. But in the meantime, to avoid that area in the 5,000 block of Galway Drive.
And folks in there urged to continue to shelter in place because we've not heard an all clear overall. They've seemingly been able to feel comfortable enough to lift modified lockdowns that they've had at 4 schools that were kind of around this area. So those dismissal processes are happening right now. But the concern for the immediate neighborhood, neighbors who are on Galway Drive, that is not done. Police are asking folks to continue to shelter in place. Jane mentioned the fact that we're still trying to get an official update from CMPD itself. And we have crews staked out at those media staging locations where police have asked us to go to get the information when they're able to release it. However, we have just heard once again via NBC News and 2 law enforcement officials who are familiar with the situation that they were able to tell NBC News a U.S. Marshal was shot, is in surgery fighting for his life, and apparently 3 other members of this task force so these might be people from other agencies who are local agencies, but not necessarily a U.S. Marshal, were shot.